Fred Astaire, a name etched in dance history for his unique fusion of tap, ballroom, and ballet, continues to leave a profound impact through the ages. Throughout his illustrious career, he garnered numerous prestigious accolades and earned the title of the greatest popular music dancer of all time. While Fred Astaire remains a source of immense pride for devoted fans, the enigmatic shroud that veils personal life, juxtaposed with professional triumphs, has left them largely unaware of his personal struggles and setbacks. It is easy to forget that Fred Astaire, like so many others, experienced moments of disappointment and unfulfilled aspirations. To gain deeper insights into the lesser-known facets of Fred Astaire's life, do not miss this video. Fred Astaire's journey to becoming a legendary entertainer began at a very young age, shaped by his early experiences and the encouragement of his mother's dreams for a better life. Growing up in Omaha, Nebraska, Fred and his sister Adele were already destined for the stage. It was Adele's inherent talent and early dancing lessons that initially ignited their passion for performing. Their mother played a pivotal role in nurturing their talents and fostering their dreams of escaping Omaha's confines. Adele, with her natural grace and charm, was the driving force behind the siblings' artistic endeavors. Fred, the younger of the two, looked up to his sister and emulated her every move. Their connection and shared passion for dance became the foundation upon which they would build their careers. In pursuit of their dreams, the family relocated to the bustling entertainment hub of New York City. In the heart of Broadway, they found the perfect stage to showcase their talents. Their first appearance on the Broadway stage occurred in 1917 when they dazzled audiences in the show Over the Top. This marked the beginning of their ascent in the world of entertainment. Throughout the 1920s, Adele and Fred continued to captivate audiences with their exceptional talents, starring in popular musicals such as Lady Be Good and Funny Face. Their performances were not only acclaimed by audiences, but also caught the attention of influential figures in society. They were no longer just aspiring performers. They were now recognized as stars. However, the transition from stage to screen was not immediate. In their quest for broader recognition, Adele and Fred made a bold move to London in 1928. There, they embarked on a new chapter of their careers, living in the vibrant British capital for several years. On the West End, they achieved immense success, wowing audiences and regularly performing for prestigious individuals, including members of the royal family, Lord Charles Cavendish, and even the renowned Winston Churchill. But as their careers continued to soar, a significant turning point was approaching. In 1932, Adele decided to step away from the limelight and marry Lord Charles Cavendish, thus concluding her performing career. This decision was met with mixed emotions, as it meant the end of an era for the dynamic duo. Fred, in particular, felt a profound sense of loss at the prospect of performing without his beloved sister by his side. Determined to carry on and honor their shared legacy, Fred Astaire made the difficult decision to embark on a solo career. This decision would prove to be the catalyst for his rise to superstardom as a dancer and entertainer. While he always regretted losing Adele as his partner, Fred's solo career would ultimately lead him to become an iconic figure in the world of dance and film. The transition to Hollywood marked a significant turning point in the careers of Fred and Adele Astaire. In 1927, when Hollywood began to open its doors to a wider range of talents, including dancers and musicians, the Astaire siblings were well prepared to seize the opportunity. Having already achieved a fair amount of success on both Broadway and Britain's West End, they felt confident and ready to conquer the silver screen. Their first foray into Hollywood began with a screen test for a movie adaptation of Funny Face. Expectations were high given their already established reputation in the world of entertainment. However, their initial Hollywood experience did not unfold as smoothly as they had hoped. Clive Barnes, as reported in Dance magazine, revealed that the producers were less than impressed with Adele describing her as lively. Fred, too, faced criticism, with the studio expressing doubts about his acting abilities, singing prowess, and physical appearance, noting that he was balding and could only dance a little. Fred Astaire's aversion to quick transitions between shots and excessive cuts was driven by his unwavering commitment to maintaining the fluidity of movement in his performances. He believed that these cinematic techniques could disrupt the beauty and precision of his dance sequences. His dedication to preserving the integrity of dance was a testament to his belief that dance should be seen and appreciated in its entirety. As noted by Anna Kisselgoff from The New York Times, the films featuring Fred Astaire more closely resembled theater pieces, with intricate dance numbers intricately woven into the plot. Unlike typical movies that include dance sequences as mere interludes, Astaire's films were unique in that they revolved around the art of dance itself. The viewer could expect a seamless integration of dance into the storyline, where the choreography plays an essential role in advancing the narrative. Whether one watched Fred Astaire on the stage or on the silver screen, the impact on the viewer remained consistent. His dedication to preserving the purity of dance in his films gave rise to a rare and entirely new art form known as the film dance. The story of Fred Astaire's family background provides a fascinating backdrop to the legendary entertainer's life and career. While Fred and his sister Adele were indeed born in the United States, their father, Friedrich Fritz Austerlitz, had his origins in Linz, Austria. Seeking a better life and greater opportunities, Friedrich made the courageous decision to leave his home country and venture to the United States. Upon his arrival in Omaha, Nebraska, Friedrich Austerlitz crossed paths with Johanna Geilis, a schoolteacher who was working in a German Lutheran immigrant community. Their connection would ultimately lead to the birth of two remarkable children, Adele Austerlitz and Friedrich Austerlitz, who would later become known as Fred Astaire. The family, excluding Friedrich, who remained in Nebraska to provide a steady income, made the pivotal decision to relocate to New York City to pursue the burgeoning dance careers of their talented children. It was during this transformative period in New York that the family's name underwent a significant change. Their dance teacher, Claude Alvienne, suggested that the surname Austerlitz sounded too distinctly German, and it would be advantageous to adopt a more suitable name for their burgeoning careers in entertainment. Following this advice, Johanna Austerlitz became Anna Astaire, and, with this transformation, the iconic sibling entertainment duo of Adele and Fred Astaire was officially born. The pairing of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, one of the most iconic duos in the history of film, was not initially met with enthusiasm on Fred Astaire's part. In 1934, after his sister Adele had left the entertainment business, Fred expressed his reservations about teaming up with Ginger Rogers in a letter to his agent, Leland Howard. He vehemently stated, "What's all this talk about me being teamed with Ginger Rogers? I will not have it, Leland. I did not go into pictures to be teamed with her or anyone else, and if that is the program in mind for me, I will not stand for it." This initial reaction reflected Astaire's desire for a solo career in Hollywood. He had already established himself as a remarkable dancer and entertainer, and he was determined to make his mark as an individual performer. However, fate had other plans for him. As elucidated in Fred Astaire, both Astaire and Rogers shared a common desire to succeed independently in the entertainment industry. Astaire wanted to showcase his dance talents as a soloist, while Rogers aspired to be perceived primarily as an actress rather than solely a dancer. Their relationship began under somewhat strained circumstances. Before ever working together professionally, Astaire and Rogers had a brief, romantic fling. Rogers later revealed in her own biography that if she had stayed in New York at the time, they might have become a serious couple. However, their personal relationship took a different turn, and they found themselves having to collaborate professionally, which presented their own set of challenges. Astaire was renowned for his perfectionism and relentless dedication to practice. He took the concept of rehearsal and precision to an entirely different level. This uncompromising approach meant that Rogers had to invest an extensive amount of time and effort practicing dance numbers with Astaire, leaving her with limited availability for other projects. Their professional collaboration was not without its quirks and conflicts. Astaire, ever the perfectionist, would often be highly particular about the details of their performances. He was known to interfere with Rogers' performance clothes, becoming exasperated if feathers got in his mouth or bell-shaped sleeves hit his face during spins. This level of attention to detail, while contributing to their legendary on-screen chemistry, could also be demanding and challenging for both performers. Rogers, despite her undeniable talent and contributions, sometimes felt overshadowed by Astaire's massive success. She believed that her work deserved more recognition and praise, and these feelings of resentment occasionally simmered beneath the surface. Fred Astaire was not only celebrated for his extraordinary dancing skills, but also for his impeccable sense of style. His sartorial elegance and attention to detail in his attire were legendary, and this aspect of his persona became even more pronounced during his time in London. While he had always been mindful of his clothing choices, his London days saw him embrace fashion with a newfound enthusiasm, aiming to emulate the impeccable style of the British upper class. One of Astaire's regular haunts in London was the world-famous Savile Row, a street renowned for its tailoring studios and bespoke clothing. Among the prestigious tailors on Savile Row, his favorite was Anderson and Shepherd, an establishment that held a distinguished reputation not only among discerning gentlemen but also among members of the royal family. Astaire's admiration for the British upper class, particularly Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales, influenced his fashion choices. He was particularly captivated by the prince's penchant for waistcoats, a style that he aspired to emulate. When he learned that the Prince of Wales procured his clothing from Hawes and Curtis, Astaire wasted no time in exploring this esteemed tailor. In addition to his pursuit of the perfect waistcoat, Astaire had a keen eye for crisp and impeccably tailored shirts. He often favored shirts created by Beale and Inman, renowned for their craftsmanship and attention to detail. What set Astaire apart was not just his ability to select exquisite clothing, but also his insistence that his attire should be functional for dancing. According to the Victoria and Albert Museum in London, Astaire often used his own suits in movies. Before finalizing a suit for his performances, he would rigorously test its suitability for dancing. Astaire would perform dance steps and movements to ensure that the suit allowed him the necessary flexibility and comfort to perform his intricate routines flawlessly. This attention to detail extended to the tailoring itself. His suits had to be specially crafted to provide the required flexibility while maintaining their impeccable form. The tailors tasked with creating Astaire's wardrobe were skilled artisans who understood the unique demands of dance. They crafted suits that not only looked stylish, but also allowed Astaire to move with grace and precision. In 1967, during the creation of the Beatles' iconic album, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the band had the ingenious idea of including paper cutouts of a crowd of famous people on the album's cover. Among the celebrities considered for inclusion was the legendary dancing icon Fred Astaire. The concept was to have these paper cutouts surrounding the band members on the album cover, creating a surreal and memorable visual. Astaire, known for his innovation and contributions to the world of dance, was excited to participate in this groundbreaking artistic endeavor. Astaire's inclusion on the Sgt. Pepper's album cover reflected his enduring status as a cultural icon and his impact on the world of entertainment. His presence among the pantheon of famous figures immortalized on the cover symbolized his timeless influence. Another remarkable meeting between Fred Astaire and a member of the Beatles occurred in the summer of 1971 when John Lennon and Yoko Ono relocated to New York City. Astaire and Lennon became neighbors at the prestigious St. Regis Hotel in Manhattan, leading to an unexpected and delightful friendship. It was during this period that Astaire, a true multi-talented entertainer, knocked on Lennon's door and extended a warm greeting. This chance meeting eventually led to an unexpected collaboration. Astaire agreed to play a small role in John Lennon and Yoko Ono's autobiographical film, Imagine. In the film, Astaire portrayed himself, showcasing his enduring charm and charisma on the silver screen once again. This collaboration demonstrated Astaire's adaptability and willingness to embrace new artistic ventures, even at a later stage in his career. Additionally, Paul McCartney, another member of the Beatles, expressed his admiration for Fred Astaire, not just as an entertainer, but also as a style icon. McCartney admired Astaire's distinctive jackets, which were known for their smooth and straight lines. Astaire's impeccable fashion sense left a lasting impression on McCartney, who sought to emulate his style. Beyond his fashion sense, McCartney was also inspired by Astaire's singing approach. Astaire's unique vocal style and phrasing left a deep impact on McCartney, who attempted to imitate it during the recording of The Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Astaire's influence extended beyond dance and film. It resonated in the realm of music, further highlighting his multi-dimensional impact on the world of entertainment. Fred Astaire, renowned for his elegance and grace on the dance floor, possessed a unique physical feature that set him apart from many other dancers: his unusually large hands. Despite his small and slender frame, his hands were notably large, and this contrast between his delicate build and his substantial hands became a distinct aspect of his physicality. Astaire's slender physique was typically concealed beneath his impeccably tailored suits and jackets, giving the illusion of a more standard-sized individual. However, his hands were impossible to hide and became a defining characteristic. His hands featured compact palms with notably bulky fingers, almost reminiscent of the hands of a laborer or craftsman rather than those of a dancer. The most striking aspect was his disproportionately lengthy thumb, which seemed to defy the proportions of his hand. This physical peculiarity became a source of self-consciousness for Astaire, particularly when he compared his hands to the graceful and delicate hands of ballet dancers. In conversations with fellow dancer Leslie Caron, he would candidly express his concern. "My hands are huge. Look at them. In ballet, you need to hold your hands so gracefully, and my hands are so big that I would look ridiculous." Astaire, always meticulous in his pursuit of perfection, was determined to find a solution to this perceived imperfection. He realized that in the world of dance, every aspect of one's body, including the hands, played a crucial role in conveying grace and elegance. To mitigate the visual impact of his large hands, he developed a technique to make them appear smaller, particularly when dancing. One of the key elements of Astaire's strategy involved adjusting the position of his fingers to create a more proportionate look. He achieved this by bending his middle finger and using it to partially cover his fourth finger. This subtle adjustment effectively shortened and narrowed the appearance of his hand, making it seem more in harmony with the rest of his slender frame. Astaire's meticulous attention to detail extended to even the smallest gestures, such as putting his hand in a pocket, which he rehearsed diligently to ensure they appeared as graceful and elegant as possible. Fred Astaire's influence and impact on the world of dance extended far beyond his own era, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of fellow dancers and choreographers for generations to come. His extraordinary talent and unparalleled dedication to his craft earned him admiration and praise from some of the greatest names in the world of dance. Mikhail Baryshnikov, one of the most celebrated dancers of the 20th century, eloquently expressed the sentiments of many in the dance community when he presented the American Film Institute's Life Achievement Award to Astaire in 1981. Baryshnikov candidly acknowledged the complex feelings that Astaire's brilliance evoked among his peers, stating, "It's no secret. We hate him. He gives us complex because he's too perfect." He emphasized the challenge of competing with Astaire, whose excellence was consistently showcased on screens, setting an impossibly high standard for all who followed in his footsteps. Margot Fonteyn, the iconic British ballerina, was captivated by Astaire's dancing, describing it as more natural than breathing. Her admiration highlighted the effortless grace that Astaire brought to his performances, making even the most intricate routines appear seamless and innate. George Balanchine, the revered choreographer and co-founder of the New York City Ballet, recognized Astaire as a rare talent. He drew parallels between Astaire and Johann Sebastian Bach, noting the concentration of genius that characterized both. Balanchine considered Astaire to be a profound influence on his own work, a testament to the enduring impact of Astaire's artistry. Jerome Robbins, another distinguished choreographer, incorporated footage of Astaire and Rita Hayworth into his ballet I'm Old-Fashioned in 1983, further underscoring Astaire's enduring influence on the world of dance. Even Rudolf Nureyev, one of the most iconic ballet dancers of the 20th century, paid tribute to Astaire's legacy by performing a tap piece in homage to him on The Muppet Show. Nureyev's gesture illustrated the universal reverence for Astaire's contributions to dance. Merce Cunningham, a groundbreaking choreographer known for his avant-garde approach to dance, credited Astaire's movies as his initial inspiration to take dance lessons. When Cunningham presented Astaire with the Capezio Award in 1987, he celebrated Astaire's unique character while dancing. He emphasized the sheer pleasure that Astaire's performances brought, offering a respite from mental gymnastics and uplifting the spirit. One remarkable aspect of his later life was his love for skateboarding, a hobby he took up when he was over 70 years old. This unexpected choice exemplified Astaire's adventurous spirit and willingness to embrace new challenges, regardless of age. His skateboarding endeavors showcased his enduring passion for movement and his determination to remain active. Astaire's dedication to dance was a constant presence in his life, and he never ceased to share his artistry with the world. His commitment to dance transcended age and time, leaving a lasting legacy that continues to inspire dancers and enthusiasts today. In the realm of personal life, Astaire experienced a second chance at love. After spending 26 years as a widower, following the loss of his first wife to cancer, he found happiness once again. In 1980, at the age of 81, Fred Astaire married Robin Smith, a 35-year-old professional jockey. Their union was a source of immense joy for both of them, and they shared 7 years of happiness together. Tragically, Fred Astaire's life came to an end at the age of 88 due to pneumonia. According to Robin Smith, his passing was unexpected but swift, sparing him from prolonged suffering. She reflected on their time together, describing it as 7 years of bliss, and expressed her belief that their union was fated, stating, "It was fate, absolutely. I know God put us together." Fred Astaire's burial ceremonies were conducted privately, honoring his wishes for a quiet and intimate farewell. His will remained confidential, safeguarding his personal and financial matters from public scrutiny. Smith, in her role as his widow and protector of his legacy, was steadfast in preserving Astaire's wishes and ensuring that no one would unlawfully capitalize on his name or creative legacy. She spoke of her commitment to honoring his memory and wishes, even if it meant facing criticism or misunderstanding. Her dedication to protecting his legacy was a testament to her love for him and her desire to uphold his values and intentions. What do you think about Fred Astaire's little-known facts? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.